Welcome to the next Agent Ability Statistics video. For reference, each ability will have an icon assigned to them as displayed here, which correlates to the same one found in-game. I will also briefly cover their description in my own words to give a refresher for anyone watching that don't main Viper. Viper's first ability is SnakeBite. Its function involves launching a projectile that upon landing on a horizontal or low-angled surface such as a floor, will create a circular pool of acidic substance that damages and cripples any who touch it. Her second ability is PoisonCloud. Its function involves launching a projectile that upon landing on a horizontal or low-angled surface such as a floor, will await secondary activation to deploy a spherical smoke screen, blocking scanning abilities as line of sight, and dealing temporary damage to hostiles over time if they touch it. Her third ability is ToxicScreen, which acts similarly to PoisonCloud. Its function involves launching a primary projectile that travels straight forward, even through walls, with little drop, leaving a line of secondary devices on the floor under its flight path. These secondary devices will then wait for secondary activation, which produces a wall of poison that blocks scanning abilities as line of sight, and deals temporary damage to hostiles over time if they touch it. Lastly, her fourth ability is VipersPit. It functions like a larger poison cloud by covering a large area in a poisonous mist that impairs vision and deals temporary damage over time to hostiles, as well as blocking scanning abilities as line of sight. A special mention for this character, however, is her passive ability being that of a FuelGauge, which is consumed by her poison cloud and ToxicScreen abilities and is refilled when neither ability is active. Now that the briefs are done, it's time to showcase the stats. SnakeBite has a diameter of 8 meters. It lasts for 5.5 seconds. Does close to 25.8 damage per second to enemies without shield, and close to 8.5 damage to enemies with shield, observing health damage, not shield damage. Does close to 8.5 damage per second to friendlies without shield, and close to 2.8 damage to friendlies with shield, observing health, not shield damage. Does close to 8 damage per second to the Viper the acid belongs to without shield, but 3.3 damage per second to shield and 2.5 damage per second to health with shield. And it applies vulnerable to anyone that touches it, which doubles all sources of damage to that unfortunate victim. PoisonCloud has a diameter of 8 meters. Blocks scanning and line of sight abilities. Except in the case of standing within the smoke, where they will potentially be within range to detect you. Lasts for 15 seconds. Deactivates immediately upon death. Deals 30 decay damage upon contact, and 10 decay damage per second both with and without shields. Decay damage is healed back over 4 seconds from 1 to 100, and 6 seconds from 1 to 150 at a rate of 25 health per second. And damage per second from PoisonCloud does not stack with ToxicScreen nor VipersPit. ToxicScreen has a length of 60 meters and a height of 4 meters. Lasts for 15 seconds. Deactivates immediately upon death. Deals 30 decay damage upon contact and 10 decay damage per second both with and without shields. Decay damage is healed back over 4 seconds from 1 to 100, and 6 seconds from 1 to 150 at a rate of 25 health per second. Damage per second from ToxicScreen does not stack with PoisonCloud nor VipersPit. And deploys parts separate from a primary part at regular intervals, allowing a slow rollout if aimed at almost directly up. Or shortens the wall's full length by aiming lower to the ground. VipersPit has a diameter of 15 meters. Blocks scanning and line of sight abilities, except in the case of standing within 5 meters of the ability within the smoke, where they will be within range to detect you. Deactivates after 15 seconds when exited unless re-entered. Deactivates immediately upon death. Deals 30 decay damage upon contact and 10 decay damage per second both with and without shields. Decay damage is healed back over 4 seconds from 1 to 100 and 6 seconds from 1 to 150 at a rate of 25 health per second. Damage per second from VipersPit does not stack with PoisonCloud nor ToxicScreen. Minimap is blocked for hostiles inside it. Costs 7 ult points and does not consume fuel. Viper's fuel gauge regenerates 5 fuel per second and fully refills after 20 seconds. It's consumed at 6.67 fuel per second with Q or E active by itself, and is consumed at 10 fuel per second with both Q and E active, thus active time of PoisonCloud and ToxicScreen together is 10 seconds. Finally, I'd like to say thank you to all the new faces that have subscribed to the channel. I hope what I'm doing here is truly helpful, and I wish you all the best of luck in ranked. Peace.